Fred MacGuffin reviews. Devotion with added spoilers. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Okay, this is available on Prime Video, and it's from 2022. And we have a action movie, drama, and a war movie. And yeah, starring Jonathan Majors, Glenn Powell, and Christina Jackson. Great acting in this. Great actors. Really enjoyed this. You may have seen Glenn Powell in Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. I mean, and same sort of vibe with him in this as well. Yeah, directed by J.D. Dillard, and you may have seen his work. He's directed Sweetheart, Slight, and some TV episodes of The Outsider, Twilight Zone, Utopia, and Two Sentence Horror Stories. So yeah, great job in this. This is his first major movie, and he does a great job. There's some great directing in this, and great visual treat with the flight scenes and the war set pieces in this. Yeah, when we get to the Korean War, looks great. Jonathan Majors is our star in this, and he plays Jesse Brown, Ensign Jesse Brown, and he meets Tom Hudner, Lieutenant Tom Hudner, and he's his wingman, and they become friends. They're in the Navy Fighter Squadron VF-32, and they become friends, and yeah, you see their relationship develop. How Tom gets to know Jesse and gets to know his story of how he became a pilot and what he had to go through, and he meets a man that's been scarred by his trauma of trying to just fight for his country, just do the job he wants to do, which is fly planes. And Jonathan Myers, his performance is really sort of subtle, and it's really outstanding the way you get that feeling of what he's gone through, to like the racism and the prejudice and the and how strong he is to face all that, to just do what he wants to do. This is set in the 1950s, so what he achieved to become a pilot is awe-inspiring and impressive. And Jonathan Myers, or Majors, you may have seen him in Hostiles, White Boy Rick, Captive State, Gully, Jungle Land, The Five Bloods, TV show The Lovecraft Country, Loki, and The Harder They Fall. So he's done a lot of great work, and he's brings his A game in this. It's a great role for him, and he does a great job. Glenn Powell, another strong actor. You may have seen him in The Expendables 3, Ride Along 2, Everybody Wants Some, Scream Queens TV show, Hidden Figures, Top Gun Maverick, Set It Up, and he does a great job in this. And the two of them bounce off each other really well, and yeah, he's another rising star. He's a big name to watch in the future. Both actors are, without a doubt. And Christina Jackson plays Daisy Brown, Jesse's wife, and she's great as well. And you may have seen her in the Good Fight TV show, Outsiders, Bull, Elementary, Boardwalk Empire, Deception, and in the movie called The Night House. And yeah, she does a great job as well. And yeah, so the Korean War happens, and our fighter pilots get to experience war, which they haven't. They just missed the war, World War II, so they get to experience the Cold War. And Korea's China's invade or Korea's invasion of South Korea, and yeah, they get to experience the Korean War, and it brings them into some serious action and experiences. Um, there's a great supporting cast in this. Thomas Sadowski, Darren Kagasoff, Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers. He does a very good job in this. Could be a rising star there. And Spencer Neville. Yeah, they're the other pilots on the USS Letty, and yeah, we get to see them stopping off in Cannes, um, and they meet Elizabeth Taylor, and yeah, you see things like that. There's a bit of a slow build up. You see them at home in America training and getting to know each other. Then you see them on their way to Korea, where they stop off in France, and then you get to experience the Korean War with the the pilots. So yeah, um, 2.5 hours. Some great, as I said, some great flight photography. Some great scenes with Jesse Brown. You know, trying to find the strength to keep going. He has trouble trying to land a new. He's got a new aircraft that he's not used to. He has to get used to landing it on the aircraft carrier, and you see him trying to fight through the self doubt, and yeah, great scene of him sort of looking in the mirror and going back over all the abuse he's got from the past as he's in flight school, and trying to work up the strength to just get the confidence in himself to do what he needs to do. Great support at home from Daisy Brown, and a great romance and a great story there between the two of them. We see Lieutenant Tom Hudner and a Bond foreman there, and how he wants to, look after Jesse and fight any fights he gets into, and support him through all the prejudice in the Navy that happens to him. And yeah, very inspirational story. Basically saying, if you want to do something, you should fight for it, and don't let anyone get in your way. And yeah, as I said, great. The end. I didn't know anything about Jesse Brown until watching this movie. It's based on a book by Adam Makos, and the ending will break your heart. It surely will, and yeah, it's great to see you know the granddaughter of Jesse Brown and the relatives of Tom Hudner come together to that they've still kept that bond between them. The friendship is still there, and yeah, some heartbreaking scenes with Daisy Brown as she finds out her husband is dead, and yeah, what can I say? A really sort of tough story, and yeah, it's I suppose it's bringing back the the Korean War, and yeah, an interesting time in his world history there, and yeah, and as I said, great visuals, great war scenes, and just seeing the bravery of Ensign Jesse Brown, these pilots as they try to take out a bridge, and just yeah, fight this war that they've been thrown into. So yeah, Devotion, check it out. You're going to enjoy it. I'll give this a solid 4 out of 5. It's nearly a 5 for me. As I said, great performances, great directing, great visuals, great photography, and a very uplifting story, and a very inspirational story. And yeah, one thing I want to mention is Eric Messerschmidt, who does the cinematography in this. Looks great. You get that feeling from other war movies, and he also won an Oscar for Mank, which is also available on Netflix, and it's worth checking out. So yeah, Devotion. This has been Fred MacGuffin giving you the guff on Devotion. Fred MacGuffin's Reviewed.